This passage continues that first chapter of Mark's gospel. And it's laying out before us, as we saw from last week, all the initial aspects of every aspect of the gospel. Jesus last week announcing that the kingdom of God is at hand, and with that called disciples who there was such a magnetism that they left everything they had known, had not even heard Jesus preach yet, but they followed. It was a dramatic act of courage and risk. And now he goes to that area, Capernaum, where he'll spend so much of his ministry working out of those and around those just few miles from this little ancient city, and in the synagogue. And he enters and we hear his first witness there. The natural thing on the Sabbath where people would come together and come to these synagogues, kind of almost like a marketplace. And different scribes, people who knew the scriptures, would talk about them. But as we heard, Jesus spoke differently. He didn't just give information, dates and places, and talk about the past. He put the words to life. Authority comes from the word author, means I know the essence of what is being done. I know what these readings and words really are, and they come alive because it's not just speech, but it's action. It's a coordination of like our bodies and souls put together. And they could experience that and see that. But they said the response, they were astonished. And at the end, it says they were amazed. We have that beautiful song when there is music here at 7 o'clock Mass at times. I am amazed. And it's a nice song. But when we hear the word amazed in the Gospel of Mark, the writer is not being affirming. It means I'm dazed. I'm dumbfounded. I look on and don't understand. Converse with that is the evil spirit knew who was there, knew who was before him. And that evil spirit, even though it took over that man's body, knew that now it was not going to be the same, that he would no longer have authority over this body, because the authority of Christ and the words of Christ are more powerful. He recognized who he is, and he knew he could not exist any longer. And when Jesus spoke those words come out of him, they did, because that spirit knew he had no longer any authority. And that's the key pin for us as we enter into this Gospel of Mark. Whom do we really allow to have authority over our lives? Because whoever we give authority to, our priorities, the choices we make, the reasons we make choice, will in many ways guide our lives of what we hold on to and what we're allowed to let go of. How far does the authority of Christ really govern our lives? To literally we let go of bad habits, evil addictions, whatever they are, and allow them to go. The people were astonished. They were amazed. They were onlookers. But they were not attached yet to Christ. Let us today, as we continue our, again, aspect of stewardship, which has the same meaning. Who has stewardship over our lives? How are we stewardships of Christ in his way and his life? Is the key and the challenge for each one of us. And each day we're, in many ways, forced to make that choice. Who has authority over me today? Because allowing whoever will guide us in who we become. Let it be Christ. And let the faith in the words of actions, be also revealing to others that God is the true authority of our lives and how we live.